Sagittarius. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who have never been here before, thank you so very much for coming here for the first time. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back to watch another one of my videos. And to my Capella members, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and support. You guys mean the world to me. If you are interested in joining the Capella family and getting additional bonus content on my free mobile app and meeting these amazing people in my Capella circle, well, they will give you the best support ever. Check out the description box below to check out the membership tiers that I offer. It's kind of like Patreon, but I built it on my website because I'm paying for the web space. If you go to capellawellness.com, if you check the hamburger menu in the mobile browser, you will see Capella memberships there. If you go to a web browser, you'll see in the header, it says Capella memberships, and you get to browse all the different tiers that I offer. Some of them include all these extra bonus videos, healing for the month, but it needs to be unblocked for the month, membership, live readings, a whole bunch of great stuff. Okay, anyway, Sagittarius, what we're gonna do here is we're going to look into what you need to be aware of, that you need to be cognizant of for the beginning of March 2023. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. We're going to look into that, okay, Sagittarius, and then we're going to look into what you are out of alignment with for the beginning of March 2023, on top of what guidance Holy Spirit has for you on how to best navigate these energies for the beginning of March to help you with your spiritual growth, because that's what this is about. And lastly, we're going to look into what needs healing for the beginning of the month, okay? And how you can heal these things, okay? Kind of like wellness tip that I usually do, all right? Okay, there will be an extended for this Sagittarius. The link for the extended is in the description box below. If you go to capellawellness.com, click on the heading, category that says extended videos, and you will see the extended video for this reading. All right, yeah, Sag, so let's see what you need to be aware of for the beginning of March 2023. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Family, Free and Syrians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Wow, Sag. Oh my gosh, Sag, oh no. I forgot that my battery is about to die. So, I'm going to show you the cards, and I'm going to have to cut this for a quick minute because this is going to be a great reading, except some of you got to get out of your mindset. So I'm going to show you the cards before I cut this off, because I don't want this video to die in the middle of the reading. You have the Ace of Cups. You have the Eight of Swords. In the middle of the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, you've got two aces, Sagittarius. Bottom of the deck is the King of Swords, right? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be strong air in your chart, strong air in their chart. Could be dealing with an air sign. Does not matter, okay? I think what I'm going to do, they want me to do, I'm going to have to trust this. I'm going to channel these cards, what this is, and God willing, I'll be able to stop quick enough. No, you know what they're telling me? Not to do that, because there's a lot here. There is a lot here, Sag. There is some serious abundance coming your way. You don't see it coming. You don't think it's that manifesting. You don't think love is coming in. You don't think your finances are going to change. There's something here about really having some clear thoughts and you staying in your power and finding balance, especially mentally here. This is the Eight of Swords is in the middle of both aces, guys. You've got to stop overthinking this. You've really got to stop doubting what is coming in just because you can't see it. All right. It's about to manifest, but not if you're pushing it away with the negative thoughts, not if you're doubting this, not if you're thinking that it's never going to happen, all right? But with this Eight of Swords, you have really come to terms with understanding those lessons about the inner knowledge that you already possess, that you need to trust and go by it with that owl there. That negative thoughts create a negative reality. It pushes your abundance away, right? She's not blindfolded, and she's not surrounded by swords here. The swords are there, but she's like, I'm not stuck. I'm flourishing. I'm abundant. Look at all the beautiful colors. Look at all the flowers here. I know better than to get stuck in my negative thoughts. I know better to entrap myself in my own prison with my own thinking, okay? Causing myself doubt, giving power away to my negative thoughts. She knows better than that. She's got two swords now, and she's going to cut out all the other swords that are in her way when they're not in her way, all right? Because she knows she's got one ace to her left, her right technically, and one ace to her left, all right? She's having this incredible mental stability here. She's learned a lot of lessons from the hard knocks of life. A lot of these life's lessons it's made you smarter, mentally stronger, Sagittarius, and wiser, okay? So, some of you are getting these huge blessings. It's a plethora of blessings, of money. There's the love of a lifetime coming in, but your cup has been running over from the inside outwards here, Sagittarius. But now God is blessing you where your cup runneth over with abundance. There's abundance of all forms here, with love, with peace, with renewal, with new beginnings, with material wealth here. Because you've learned to love yourself. You are vibrating at the highest frequency of all, which is agape love, which is true love, which is what Ace of Cups is. This is the highest frequency. It's the divine love that you're emanating, and it's flowing through you and out of you. You have understood that speaking your truth and living by your truth, following the path of truth, is the only way forward. It's the only path that we are here to take, right? And understanding that you walking this path and not letting anybody get the best of you, and not letting anybody entice you into becoming someone you're not, you know that's not the way to go. That's not the path to abundance. Truth, decisiveness, connecting to God, right? This is having clear thoughts here. Being that clear-minded to receive the divine guidance so that you can make the right choices in life. So you can make the choices in life that are in alignment with your truth, okay? Not these negative things, not these doubts, not what other people are trying to get you to do, say, or think. You're thinking for yourself because you're allowing God to help you with that thought process, those thought processes. And the path to this abundance, all of this abundance, is the path of truth. This is the only path to your massive abundance, to attracting, to receiving your massive abundance, right? Again, this path of truth that you're being asked to follow is the only path to receiving everything you could ever want. All of this massive abundance right here, okay? It's really beautiful energy. I mean, with two aces, Sagittarius, those of you who are in alignment now, there is a difference between resonating with a reading and being in alignment with it. I've been saying this lately because my guides want me to say this now. Resonance is not a synonym of alignment. This reading could be familiar with you. It could be your story, okay? It could be you're experiencing this, but just because I said you're going to get a massive amounts of abundance, the love of a lifetime, this is it. Manifestations coming to the physical, money, home, car, you know, a fresh start, a new beginning, and everything, and love in life, all of the above. just because these cards come out doesn't mean that you're going to receive them. Because if you're not in alignment, if you're this all the time, okay? If you're getting bitter and angry and you're all like rigid and stoic and kind of like, well, there's got to be some logical reason as to why I haven't seen my abundance or whatever, you know, or it's not coming, I doubt that this is going to happen, then guess what? It's not happening. You're out of alignment. And we are going to talk about what you are out of alignment with in a little bit. But a lot of you have to do some grounding because your thoughts are all over the place. A lot of this stems from self-doubt for a lot of you. You guys want to see something in the physical. You want some logical proof to something. You want it written down in the books. You want somebody to like to give you physical evidence of something. You don't need that. You need to trust your intuition. Again, some of you are giving your power away to your own negative thoughts here. And other people are instilling in your mind this like web of lies is what I'm hearing. Because with all the swords, with that web, you can't think straight when you have all these people talking to you and you're having all these negative thoughts and you're doubting everything. You're thinking of the what ifs. What if that doesn't happen? What if that goes wrong? What if I take this next step and it blows up in my face? What if I don't have the new beginning? What if I can't start over? What if I don't have second chances? What if those opportunities are not there? It's got to stop. Some of you, you're running yourselves ragged like a chicken with its head cut off because you have all of these negative thoughts running through your head. You're causing yourself, it's my own prison, like the Creed song. You're creating your own box. You're creating your own prison bars by all of these thoughts here because you can't see in the physical. You've got to nip it in the bud and get clear here and stop being afraid, having paralyzing fear of making a decision. This is decisiveness. You can't be afraid of the choices that you want to make when you know it's for your path of truth. You know it's for your highest good. Okay? You've got to get focused here on what it is that you want. Stop doubting that it's not going to happen. Stop doubting that you cannot have these things. These are blessings and gifts from God that God wants everyone to have. But we've got to be in alignment with that in this self-doubt and these paralyzing fears of like wondering it's not going to happen, it's going to go wrong, or I'm going to fuck up. No, that is not in alignment with Ace of Cups whatsoever. Okay? You've got to get clear on what it is that you really want and take action towards those things. Make a plan. Okay, and stick to that plan, but trust in the plan. But this is also trusting in God's plan. You can do certain things to get there, but God's going to see you staying focused on your truth, on your path of truth, staying focused on those ideas, those plans that you have. But even though it may not turn out the way you thought, because that Eight of Swords, I don't see it, nothing's happening. It's because God needs you to just trust in what you are doing, that you are doing something, that you are being your true authentic self the entire time, no matter what plan you come up with. Even if it doesn't seem like it's going to work out, because what's going to happen is God is going to surprise you. He's going to bamboozle you with something bigger than yourself, something bigger than what you could ever imagine, what you are planning. Okay? God's always got the bigger, better plan. He just wants to see what you do with your plan. If you give up on what it is that you are doing, what it is that you have created, the ideas that you've had, are you going to give up on those ideas just because you're not seeing anything manifest in the physical? Are you going to give up on yourself? Are you going to doubt those decisions that you've made, thinking that you've made the wrong choices? When in some cases you did, because it wasn't part of your truth, but it was part of the lesson learning. We all make mistakes. We all lose focus. We all get into our heads and start doubting our abilities. But that shouldn't deter us from moving forward. That shouldn't keep us from being who we really are. standing in our truth and being our authentic divine selves. And even though a plan fails, even though idea doesn't seem to work out, it didn't really mean that it didn't work out. It was just that you had to learn some lessons about your self-worth and trusting your intuition and giving your power away to negativity, whether it's from yourself or from others. It was a lesson in learning that you are capable, that you should never doubt yourself or doubt your ideas or doubt your abilities. You should never lose confidence in yourself. This is somebody who speaks their mind with the utmost integrity and with confidence. He doesn't give two shits what anybody says, does, or thinks, because he knows it is his truth and his mind is so clear that it's coming from God. Okay, so I'm going to end it here real quick, Sagittarius, just so you know. I will continue this reading because I don't want to lose what I just channeled, and I'll just merge the videos. All right, I'm going to come back with talking about with the astral alignment deck, what is out of alignment for the beginning of March. All right, so I will be right back, guys. Okay, see you later. Hey, Sag. Okay, I'm back. I'm not even going to edit that part out. There's no point. So my guides had said I was done channeling these cards, so I'll have them up here. Two aces with the 8 of swords in the middle. Guys, this 8 of swords, for some of you, you've got to get away from that, okay? Clear your head, all right? So there's another message that's now coming in. So for some of you who are in alignment, there's somebody coming towards you. It could be an air sign, or they have strong air in their chart, or air is their top 3. Sun, moon, rising. Somebody is about to come in. They've decided to have a new beginning with you. They've decided to take you up on the second chance. They've decided to take God's blessing to start anew with you, to have this new beginning with you, to start to fall in love again, to have love again in their life, to be overflowing with it. There's new beginnings here in all areas of their lives too, but they want a fresh start with you. They want to start over. They've made that decision, and it's like, I'm sticking to it, is what I'm hearing. This person's going to come forward and communicate with you very honestly. They're going to be matter of fact and just going to say straight to your face, like, okay, you know what? This is the truth of this. This is what I want, and this is what we're going to do, and we're going to do it, type of thing. This person's very decisive. They made it a point to finally take the blessings that God has been trying to give them. Now, we can't be saying, oh, finally, now they're going to do it. Why so long? No. You have to understand here that God was working with this person to be able to be in the right state of mind to be in a relationship with you, because they were 8 of swords most of their life. Had a hard time making decisions, had very low self-esteem. They were always doubting their intuition, and they made it seem like anything that they would ever do would end up in a crisis. It would end up in shambles. It would blow up in their face. There could have been a mental illness here for somebody that you're dealing with, okay? So if you're getting hung up on like, oh, now they made the choice, now they're going to speak their truth. Now, no. Everything happens in divine timing. Again, this person needed to really get level-headed here, okay? They had to open their heart up to love because they were King of Swords, Shadow King of Swords, where they were closed off to it, very rigid, like, I have no emotion whatsoever. I'm a robot. I'm a machine, right? I have no heart. I have no emotions. This person started to realize that that was not the way to go, that it actually makes life worse for them the more they close their heart out to love. And they learned the lesson in being the Shadow King of Swords. They learned the lesson in saying they were afraid of love, right? Doubting, negative thoughts, negative people. This is going to turn out to go wrong. It's going to turn out to be like my last horrible divorce. I'm going to get burned again. I'm going to get screwed over again. What if they don't really like me for who I am? What if they can't deal with the times where I may come across as being very honest with them? Because I'm getting that this person used to be very honest with other people and they couldn't take their honesty. I have been dealing with this ever since I started my YouTube channel and my business. If I'm going to be King of Swords and tell you the cold hard truth, it's because I'm trying to get you to the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. I'm trying to get you to love yourself. I'm trying to get you to see the blessings in the lessons that you're learning, to get you to see that the only way to these blessings, this abundance, is the path of truth, being your true authentic self. And sometimes the truth hurts, I know, because God has thrown some truth in my face. My divine masculine has thrown some cold hard truth in my face. But those people who throw that at us, they're the ones who really unconditionally love us. Even when it's hard to hear, guys. Those who end up being King of Swords and they put their emotions to the side for a little bit, say, hey man, you need to listen to this. You need to understand the truth of the situation here. And I'm telling you the truth right now. Because I love you. Because I genuinely love you. I care. I want you to have the happiness, bliss. I want you to have everything in the world. They will point out your dark sides. Sometimes they will bring out their worst to bring out the best in you. That is exactly what a masculine does for the feminine. So this person may have been telling other people, I'm being very honest with you here, and they didn't like it. Oh, who are you to say that about me? Because it's the truth. The truth is of the divine. Without that truth and without us being in that truth, we are not aligned with God, nor will we be aligned with the blessings God wants to give us. So somebody here kind of like was just, fuck it, man. I'm not going to be speaking my truth to people and being blatantly honest here because I get beat up for it. I get ridiculed for it. People hate me for it. That's not the way to go. If people can't handle the truth, they can't handle the truth. It's like freaking, I'm seeing like Tom Cruise movies all over the place because Top Gun's been on our brain for the past 24 hours, but with the Danger Zone song. A Few Good Men. All I want is the truth. You can't handle the truth. A lot of people can't. And this person's like, well, if people can't really handle it, then I'm not going to say it anymore. No. It's like for me. When I tell people the truth, people bail. What am I supposed to do with that? Nothing. They can't handle it. They're not ready for it. They can't process it. Okay. That's not going to keep me from being my authentic self, from conveying the truth that God wants me to speak. Why? I will get myself out of alignment if I do that. So this person's starting to realize I can't be this Shadow King of Swords anymore. I can't be afraid to speak my truth. I can't be afraid to be this half logical, half emotional person. I got to stand in my integrity here, and I got to do the right thing. I got to bring justice to the situation. So this King of Swords has made this decision to tell you the truth, but it's going to be the cold, hard truth. For feminines who are not ready for this, it may very well trigger you, and you will push this away. Because you may be doubting what the King of Swords is about to tell you. You may be thinking the King of Swords is lying. You may be thinking that the King of Swords is full of shit. This King of Swords now is not going to be doing that. I do not feel it at all. At all. So let's see what you're out of alignment with for the beginning of March 2023. There you have it. Okay, Sag. Medium Coeli, Midhaven, direction and reputation. Your MC is what people will remember you by. It's by your 10th house, which is 10th house. 10th house is about career, leadership, reputation. Keeps sticking out here because Aries got this card. Some of you are out of alignment with what it is that you are here to do, like what you are here to achieve. Like you're heading in a different direction as to what your actual purpose is and what you're going to be known for. Okay, and that's because some of you are not being your true authentic selves. You're not standing in your integrity. You're afraid to be exactly who you are, who God made you to be. You can't get the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups when you're not exactly who God made you to be. When you're not speaking your truth, when you're not in alignment with it, and you're not following your path of truth. And understanding that communicating this truth is the only way forward where God wants you to have these massive blessings. Okay. They want me to read the book that's here because there's something in the Medium Coeli, I think that's how you pronounce it, that's really sticks out here. And it says, the Medium Coeli shows you how you can access material success. It's the highest point of your natal chart, the top of the circle in the chart, and acts as the cusp of the 10th house of public recognition, or what crossed the southern hemisphere at the exact moment of your birth. It's important because it represents your highest aspirations. While the ascendant is a personality you project outward, the midhaven, which is your MC, Medium Coeli, is the identity that is projected onto you by others. This sign represents the perceived reputation that precedes you. So look to see what house your MC is in, your midhaven is in. Whatever that house represents, you can look it up or you can get your birth chart read. I do read birth charts. Whatever that represents is what you're out of alignment with. Okay? You shouldn't be worried about your reputation based upon what other people perceive you to be. You need to be who you are. And if people are going to say shit about you, tough shit. People are going to be gossiping about you because you're in your truth, tough shit. The king says tough shit a lot. You don't like the truth? You can't handle the truth? Okay. I'm not going to be affected by it. We also have Mercury. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo. It's a sign of communication. Intellect, thought, rules this guy. Well, if he's Gemini, he's ruled by Mercury. But that is communication, which we talked about. You're getting communication from someone. Communication, correspondence, and expression. There's something with the throat chakra issue for some of you. It's blue here. Some of you, you're out of alignment with, the true expression of yourself. Hence, the King of Swords. You're out of alignment with those thoughts, right? Because you know what the truth is, but you're doubting that truth with the Eight of Swords. You receive the truth from a teacher, a guidance counselor, someone who's very good with communication, someone who's very brilliant, who's connected to the divine, someone who always speaks their truth. Some of you may be that's a teacher, an educator, someone who is very forthcoming. Some of you may be getting some information, some communication, some guidance from this person, but you're doubting what this person's telling you. What does your gut say? Or maybe you're doubting what this person's telling you or people are telling you because it's so blunt, it's so truthful, you're like, that can't be. But deep down inside, you know you need to fix whatever it is they said, or you need to work on what they've told you, or what they're teaching you is what you need to be aware of. Okay? They keep wanting me to look at this because this book has particular things as to what why these cards come out. These are not planets, planets, planets. Mercury is the first one. Look to your Mercury for communication strengths and clues on how to improve weaknesses. Right? It represents how you would like to express yourself, and its house signifies the area of life in which you most avidly use your communication skills and reasoning. So yeah, a lot of this is going to be based on, you know, astrology gives an advantage here. It's like a combination using astrology and tarot and you know, wellness stuff to really get you into alignment. So look to where your Mercury is. Somebody's Mercury may be really close to their midhaven. Okay? Look to see what house is in and what sign Mercury is in. Now, if you have no idea what you're talking about, I can help you with that, or you can do the research on your own. Moon void of course. Nothing will come of the situation. Disconnect, withdrawal, and reception. This is when the moon is not in any sign. Okay. Out of alignment, you disconnecting. It's like some of you, I'm getting with that card, some of you are not fully connected to God here to get your truth first and foremost. And then when you get that and someone else says the same thing, or it resonates with you, or you tingle all over, you got to trust in that. Even though it may seem like you don't want to hear it, or it may seem like it's far-fetched or something. But some of you are withdrawing from that truth because, again, you want to see it. You want to see some sort of proof of it. You've got to see some sign all the time or some synchronicity all the time. Well, you know what I've learned? In most cases, I'll ask for a sign or synchronicity on something that I got, and I'm like, what the heck was that? But then I would feel vibrationally that it was the truth. Or I'd hear, Jess, stop doubting yourself. It's the truth. And I'm like, can you give me a sign? Can you like show me somewhere in a YouTube video or on a license plate or on a billboard? And there are times where I get nothing. Why? Because God does not have to reveal stuff to us all the time. So some of you are being asked to know that you've got to work on connecting yourself with the higher realms. To get that truth, to get the information. And again, you don't always have to see it in the physical. And the moon void, of course, could also mean all is well and all is as it should be. Accept things for the way they are. Maybe sometimes you need to disconnect yourself from the world, but there's also, with strong Aquarius energy too, with the King of Swords sometimes needs to disconnect. Because if his emotions start running high, or he becomes too overly emotional, is only going by emotions, he's got to pull himself back to get back into alignment with his mental clarity. With, let me think about this, let me get back to my logical side here. Let me get clear, let me get clear on my thoughts to make sure that I'm not letting my emotions dictate everything that I do. So, moon void of course. I can't even say it. What does this book say? Here we go. During this time, it's best to involve yourself in receptive pastimes like meditation, journaling, dreaming, and other yin activities that pull you inward. By restoring yourself, you are brewing energy that you can infuse into your manifestations when the moon goes direct. Let yourself rest regularly. Okay? So, yeah, some of you are disconnecting too much, and others of you need to allow yourself to just disconnect from the 3D world for a little bit to get you back into alignment. And then we have another moon card: emotions, instincts, and subconscious. Some of you are not aligned with your true emotions, right? There has to be a head heart balance with this guy right here. Don't be overly logical and don't be overly emotional. Trust your intuition. That's what the moon represents. You know, go by like what you feel. I was talking about when you hear this truth, this divine truth, or somebody's telling you the truth, and like I said, you get the angel bumps, you get goosebumps, you feel your vibration rise. That means it's your truth. If you feel heavy, if it feels dark, if it's like, oh God, where is this coming from? You feel the sinking feeling, that's not your truth. Okay? To get back into alignment, you're really going to have to work on trusting your intuition more. This is a lot more of this divine feminine energy, especially with the yin energy that the moon void of course card talks about. Disconnecting, withdrawing yourself from the 3D world and just being in the present moment and just being patient and taking care of yourself and making sure that your well-being is intact so that you can be in that energy to receive the truth, receive that guidance from your higher self, from God, to protect your energies, because we all know energies in the earthly plane can affect us. It affects our abundance. Because some of you with that Eight of Swords, you're also surrounded by negative people. People who are always doom, gloom, and crisis. Oh my God, the world's gonna end. Oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh my God, I can't believe that. Be very careful. You might crash if you go walk to the mailbox, or you might trip and fall, or you hit by a car if you walk to the mailbox. There's somebody who's always like worst case scenario. You may be dealing with people who are like that. Disassociate, disconnect from those people, withdraw from them because they're not helping you. Some of you may be dealing with very, very emotional people too, just drama everywhere. Aries kind of had that similar message, all right? But you're being asked to have a balance. Look, balance between your head and your heart. King of Swords has that balance. Man, there's strong Gemini energy here because maybe you're having a hard time trusting a Gemini. Mutable with Mercury. You may also have Gemini moon, is what I'm getting. Okay? Versatility, flexibility, and adaptability. Being able to adapt to changes very well. Some of you have a very hard time doing that, especially if some sort of truth comes in where you need to be doing something very different than you've done before, but you know, okay, that's actually what I should be doing, but you're kind of hesitating because it's not the norm for you. That's because you have a current inability to adapt to changes well enough. where it's more flowy, right? You can mutate from one thing to the other with ease. You're flexible. You're very versatile. You're able to say, oh, well, we just changed directions? Okay, cool. Oh, the plans were changed? Okay, well, I wasn't really expecting that. Okay, well, let me adapt to it. Oh, I was expecting this, but I got this instead. Okay. It is what it is, right? You have to learn to be flexible, Sagittarius. Being adaptable to changes is an excellent thing to build on, to strengthen, because we all know that change is inevitable. Change is necessary for us to grow, learn, and evolve. Without that, we don't evolve. We stay stagnant. We don't learn. We don't become wiser. Excuse me. Okay? We don't become wiser if we don't learn, if we're not adaptable to these changes. But there's strong Gemini energy in here, okay? So, I'm going to listen. I'm going to look at the mutable energy here. That also involves Pisces and Virgo and Sagittarius, by the way. Sag, you are mutable. Okay? Oh, it's funny. I was looking up Sagittarius instead of the mutable because of what I wanted, what they want me to read in here. Like chameleons, right? Shift to suit their environment. Now, if Sag, you have strong air, but it's not mutable Gemini, you may have Aquarius in there. Aquarius is a fixed sign. That may be stronger than your Gemini if you have that, or stronger than any mutable energy that you have. And Sagittarius is mutable. There's something here about others of you have very strong fixed signs that is actually affecting your so-called mutability. These flexible signs can adapt to understand multiple perspectives. Valuing communication, they breathe life into ideas worth sharing. Transitioning from the end of a season to a beginning, mutable signs need choice, variety, and time to process information. Gemini adapts through information. Sagittarius adapts through optimism. That's very interesting, right? Okay, so we've got a lot of things that are out of alignment. But don't worry. And here's 7th house. Libra. You may need to check. There's Libra. A lot of air. Again. Balance, partnerships, one-on-one relationships. Being adaptable to changes in your relationships with lovers and family members and friends. Some of you are going to be losing friendships, right? Disconnecting, withdrawing from them. You're going one way and these people aren't going with you. Again, with that Libra energy, finding balance in your relationships, moving away from the negative energy, from the people who are doom and gloom people. Everything's gonna go wrong. And if you can't necessarily disconnect or withdraw or like move away from these people, you can protect your energies. You don't have to like listen to that energy, or you try to block it off and you just get back to a positive mindset here. Okay. So, with that 7th house at the bottom here, you have to find a lot more balance with those relationships where these people are actually affecting your energies, or affecting your thoughts. And you have to know when to disassociate yourself with them and when to kind of get back into balance with them when you know they're not acting Eight of Swords. They're not acting doom and gloom. Does that make sense? It's knowing when to pull away when somebody's vibration dips. Okay? That's going to be a big thing for some of you guys to work on. So some of you need to check your 7th house. What sign is there? What planets are there? You may have Mercury in the 7th house. You may have your moon in the 7th house. Okay? Could even be Mercury, your moon in Gemini in the 7th house, right? That could be for somebody specific. But again, I'm not going to go through like all these like signs and things here. But there is a lot that some of you are out of alignment with. Okay. And again, this is not anything bad, guys. We all have stuff to work on. A lot of this is based off of your birth charts. We are here to learn, grow, adapt, evolve, become wiser through those life experiences and changes. Lessons learned, wisdom gained here. Okay? All right. So, we're going to get some guidance for you. What guidance do we have for Sagittarius for the beginning of March 2023? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I just heard you need to be very careful with who you say things to. That's what I heard. What guidance do we have for Sagittarius? Like, maybe you were given all these truths, or you have this brilliant mind and you're able to decipher things. You're able to, you could very, very well be incredibly brilliant, like genius level for some of you, which is the King of Swords can very well be a genius here. You're that connected to God and you're able to get all of these downloads, all of these insights, all of this wisdom from the higher realms. And I'm hearing you may want to be careful with sharing a lot of that information with certain people. So we have 15, Master of the Hunt, speed, masculinity, and flow. I think this is Cernunnos. I can't pronounce his name, but we'll look it up. This is your masculine side. All right, this is strong masculine energy. Some of you have very strong masculine in your chart, air and fire. Or they could be your top 3 that's just air or fire or both. Bottom of the deck is portal number 26, change, gateway, and new beginnings. Look, being adaptable to the change, you see? But also being in a state of flow. This is also balancing masculine and feminine energy for me. Again, when I said head, balancing mind in your heart, feminine, masculine. Because this is Mercury rules Gemini. Masculine energy, moon, feminine energy. Being adaptable to changes, guys, and actually, you know, accepting the truth for what it is. It's going to be that gateway to your new beginning, right? And that's hilarious because what did I say? Well, it's not hilarious, but you know what I mean. 2 new beginnings on either side of this 8 of Swords. He said the pathway, the one path to get to your massive blessings and abundance, to have everything that you want to manifest. It's that truth. And the truth helps you to change the shadow side of yourself, to transmute the dark into light, to change for the better, to become more in alignment with your higher self here. Okay? This is not about rushing into things and trying to control everything and not being adaptable to changes. The distorted masculine is resistant to change. He wants to control everything. That is the shadow side of this guy. Nope. Everything's got to be logical. Everything's got to be followed by a rule book. Everything has to be according to this. I'm like hearing according to the Bible. Maybe somebody here is saying, well, everything has to be according to the Bible. Is that actually what God told you? I might be triggering somebody here. Does everything have to be exactly written? Because when Christ came down, everybody was questioning Christ, right? He was bringing a change to the world by trying to get away from religion and being more about spirituality and oneness, to try to get away from looking at everything like that was strictly written in that book, to be able to read the thing and kind of have this expansive knowledge by like reading between the lines in a sense and trying to say, okay, this says this in the book, let me go talk to God about this. God, enlighten me. What else can I get from this information? It's expansion of knowledge, okay? If you think about it, we wouldn't have evolved the way that we have done if we went straight by all the rules, by a rule book, right? By everything that was written. There would be no wisdom gained. There would be no expansion. There would be no evolution. Christ was here to bring about change, to bring about new beginnings. That the gateway to God was having a relationship with God first and foremost. Ooh, I may be touching up on something here for somebody. Not going all the way straight to the Bible for everything. Going to God first. God, enlighten me with what I just read. Enlighten me with what I am reading here. I've been experiencing this, and I'll be honest, it's scary. Because I'm like, oh my goodness. And I'm not at the liberty to say exactly what I get. Because, case in point, why I said I can't really talk about certain things. Not now. Changing the way we deal with each other. Changing the type of relationship we have with God. Going to God first and trusting in what God tells us. And we will feel that it is our truth based on the vibration when it elevates, when you feel tingly, when you feel at peace. That is a huge indication, guys. When you are receiving some sort of truth and you may be doubting it, you may be questioning it, you may be like, no, that can't be. That is too negative. Or no, it can't be because it's not written somewhere. If that truth comes in and you're at peace, and it's like, that sounds familiar actually, but I don't know about why. Does it? It's because it is your truth. And as I said, the pathway to having all these blessings from God is you having that relationship, you going straight to God first and foremost, and you adapting to these changes. Being able to gain more wisdom by questioning things, by changing the way you were taught to think. By going outside the box. so that you can experience these new beginnings. And that way to those new beginnings again is following your path of truth. The truth that God showed you. And a lot of people have a huge complex with that because of what we were taught. Again, Christ came here. He changed a lot of things for humanity. Look at the Pharisees. Look at how strict they were with the Torah. It's the law. It's the law. It says this. There's only one way and one way only. But isn't God boundless? Isn't He limitless? Why are we going to limit God in a book? Holy shit. All of God is not in a book. This is what Jesus was trying to get us to understand. He's more expansive than however many pages are in whatever version of the Bible. How many of you would have believed Christ if He was standing in front of you right now with His teachings that were very different, or they were more expansive than what was written in the Torah? Because there was no New Testament written before Christ came. How many of you would actually have believed what Christ was telling you? I'll be completely honest with you. For me, asking myself that question, I'm not so sure. But knowing what I know now, if I felt it in my heart that Jesus was actually telling the truth and I felt at peace, then yes, I would listen to what He had to say and I would follow what He was saying. We can't put God in a box, let alone a book with a front cover and a back cover. God has no boundaries. He has no limits. Neither do we. So, I got suddenly quiet in my room. I don't know what the hell just happened. Anyway, and I blew my cards down. Ooh. I need to read the book. You're getting a longer reading than the other fire signs, Sagittarius. 15, Master of the Hunt. The Master of the Hunt is asking, where have you stepped out of flow? Are you feeling supported and flowing in what you were doing in your life, or are you facing resistance and exhaustion? You see, you cannot be in complete flow if there is some part of your life that is residing in resistance. Resistance can come in many forms. Do you hate your job and cringe every time you have to head to work? Is there something in your life you have to do that brings your energy levels down, or people you have in your life that block your creativity? The negative people surrounding you. You might even develop pains in your body, especially your neck, where you are holding onto tension because of these issues, which is a physical manifestation of the block in your life, which equals resistance. If you can become more aware of these blockages in your life, you then look at how to change them and ask, what do I truly want? If you are stuck in a job you don't like, you must shift your self-talk about it to something more positive and less permanent. You might say to yourself, I am grateful for my job because it is getting me to where I need to be. Then it is time to go after what you do want and become the master of the hunt. Hunt out exactly what is necessary to get where you need to be, allowing ourselves to shift the negative talk around what we don't want. What we don't want can help shift us into a vibrational match of what we do want, which creates flow. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for support and the strength of those around you. You might have exhausted yourself by being in a situation you don't like, or pushing too hard to make something work, when you really need to remove your roadblocks first and allow the flow to take you to where you need to be. This resistance for some of you is stemming from some fixed sign in your chart. And I get strong Aquarius. And there's something about you resisting change, or you want these new beginnings, but you're actually you're forcing yourself to get to a certain goal, to manifest something, to have a new beginning, or forcing your healing or something like that. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for support and the strength of those around you. You're pushing too hard to make something work. Remove your roadblocks first to increase the flow. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got the most things that you're not in alignment with in all the fire signs. Okay? The extended is going to talk about what's blocking you, and I'm going to use a completely different deck to see what's blocking you. You may have other things that are blocking you. Okay? It's resisting, it's affecting your flow, Sagittarius. So with the portal card, now is the time to step through the portal. You've done the work, you've set up the foundations, now it's time to harvest in what you've planted. Stepping through the portal, your life will be forever changed for the better. Portals do not appear for everyone, so know that your efforts have not gone unnoticed. Sometimes we have given our all and start to lose the energy to get to the finish line. Well, you have made it. This is the finish line, but also the start of the next path. This is exciting. Finally, a new beginning is here, and it's time to give yourself a pat on the back for all the work you have done to bring you to this junction. Everything is in alignment, and all you need to do is step through the portal to embrace what is waiting for you on the other side. Once you have stepped through the portal, there is no going back to the old. It is gone and no longer needed. This also shows that you are ready to let go of what no longer serves you. Embracing this new also means deciding what you now need for your future. What does this new phase of your life look like, and what space have you created to let in the new? Such a high vibrational card, and one full of wonderful new possibilities coming your way. It's the Ace of Pentacles. Look at what God does, what the higher realms do. Look how similar. Look at this. How fucking amazing is this? But, those of you who have done the work and you know who you are in the flow, you've balanced your masculine and feminine energies, you're not pushing too hard, you're not forcing, you know when to take action and you know when to not. This portal is what you're about to go through, okay? Because you've been adaptable to the changes. You've gained a lot of wisdom from that already. It's time to harvest what you've planted. You've created the fertile ground for things to grow now. You didn't give up, even when you felt like you wanted to. You felt like you've given your all and you started to lose the energy, but you said, nope, I got to keep going. The start of the next path. Some of you, you're moving to the next phase of your mission work, what you've been called to do. I love this. How similar they look. How beautiful is this? It's a new opportunity being presented to you by God. Aces are gifts from God. You're now going to get what you're reaping, what you have sowed. You've planted those seeds. You've been patient. It's been a long time coming. And now you're ready for a new level of teaching, is what I'm hearing. You're now ready to teach a wider audience. You're going to be told with that truth that I was telling to some of you that you have to keep to yourself. God is going to tell you when you are ready to bring that information to the world. It's kind of funny because I already said some of that stuff, but I was like, am I supposed to say that? And they said yes. Because why? That truth triggers people, some people. It may affect your reputation. Some of you are supposed to be pioneers and trailblazers in your mission work, in your calling. Being bold, being blunt, being brave, not being afraid of the truth. You say what comes through you because you know God is speaking through you every time. And you are so set in your truth, meaning you're so confident in your truth. You don't flub your words. You don't hesitate unless God tells you to stop right there and not say anything. This guy does not get fazed by shit. He does it if people get triggered or people come after him, say something, or, negative energy. He knows how to nip it in the bud. He protects himself very well because he's a king. He's not some sort of peon. He's sitting on that throne and God is protecting him. God is there in his presence all day, every day. And that's this new beginning. You getting that massive blessings and everything is because you're in the flow with both your feminine and masculine energy. And you're not forcing. You're not rushing. You're one with nature. You're one with God. You're one with everything. But there's also something here about you really connecting a lot with God through nature. I just got a hit on something. Okay. If you haven't watched my You Are Limitless video on my channel, I highly recommend that you do. It has to do with what I just said. So, before I go to the extended, guys, I'm going to leave you with what needs healing for the beginning of March 2023. And what you can do to work on this healing. Oh, gosh. Holy Spirit, Archangels, Galactic Families, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. My hands are not wide enough for this. So if you're curious about what the extended entails, and the link is in the description box below. If you go to capellawellness.com, click on the extended videos section of my website so that you can access this extended reading. We're going to talk about what's blocking you, as I said, understanding your blocks. What you're resisting is going to help you to open up that flow, to increase the flow in your life, to help you to just be adaptable to changes, right? The mutable energy. We're also going to look into what is going on with your love situation for the beginning of March. Also, I'm going to pull a charm to see what else God wants us to know about either your connection with a person, or to give us more insight and guidance into what was already conveyed here. And lastly, in extended, we're going to get a message from your person, what your person wants to say to you at this time. It could also be your inner masculine giving you some advice or words of encouragement. All right, so let's see what needs healing for Sagittarius for the beginning of March 2023. What can help with their wellness, with their well-being, with their healing, Holy Spirit, for the beginning of March 2023. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. They are thinking about this one. Oh, I really have to stretch my fingers here. Ah, you got the same card Leo got. Cilantro. Balances and expands the mind. Expands the mind. What I say about expansion, evolution of the mind, the limitlessness, because that's what God is. We are God within. So, this needs healing, but what I'm getting here, again, there's the balance. Again, balance, balance, head, heart, balance. This is Libra, is in this, justice, balance between good and evil, balance between head and heart, balance between positive and negative, whatever. A lot of you need to come into a state of balance and peace here. With your relationship with God, with your relationship with others. So, for the beginning of March, guys, here's the thing. This states that it's going to help getting clarity of thought, expansion of the mind, as it says, getting more to a state of balance. It also says something else here that I'm going to read in the book, but you can put cilantro in your food if you're not doing that already. There is something about a cilantro infused candle that you can create, you can make, or you can purchase. I'm pretty sure somebody's got it somewhere. There are cilantro pills, what I'm hearing. You could even have like lotion or something, or something with cilantro infused with something else, okay? Like a cream or a lotion or something like that, all right? Essential oils. You can buy a vial of essential oils that's a cilantro essential oil, put it in a diffuser, and like, I don't know, sleep with it at night, or just read a book and have the diffuser go off with cilantro in it to bring you into this balance. But what I'm getting from my guides is that what's really could help is the essential oil and the diffuser or whatever, or kind of, if you have it topical, you can kind of put it around you like a perfume or cologne or something. But a really great benefit would be to cook more with cilantro, or put cilantro in some of your foods. I know that in Puerto Rican cooking, it's my ancestry. We use cilantro in some dishes. Mexican food, if you're into Mexican food, cilantro could help with this, okay? Or you can just add it to whatever. It's funny because I said in Leo's reading that my aunt was asking me if I put cilantro in my power omelets every morning. I said, actually, no, I don't. She goes, oh, okay. And I didn't really ask her why. I think I did, and she didn't say anything. But she did tell me this just yesterday at the time of recording this. And now that I've seen this twice, but I have strong Leo in my chart, so I'm actually going to get some cilantro tomorrow and start putting it in my eggs, at least. And I do use cilantro in my awesome tortilla soup, so I put that in there. I also when I cooked beans, I put cilantro in there, so maybe I might tell my mom, because my mom does most of the cooking nowadays. I may tell her to put cilantro in the beans. So I used to cook a lot more cilantro, but ever since I moved down here, I don't cook as much. But either way, guys, cooking with that is going to be really beneficial. So the essential oil as well, and this food helps release the need to have control and feelings of clinginess, obsessiveness, and restriction. It may help increase expansive thinking, free thinking, right? So that's going to be a big benefit for some of you. For a lot of you, if not all of you. Bottom of the deck is grapefruit. Uplifts and detoxifies. Have you ever smelled a grapefruit? It is glorifying. Maybe some of you could put cilantro on your grapefruit. I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I heard. Citrus fruit. You guys need to do some detoxification. I talked about withdrawing, you know, removing yourself away from negative energy, negative people. It really uplifts your energy and the senses here. Again, you can cook with grapefruit. You can have grapefruit with honey or whatever for breakfast or a snack. You can have the essential oils of grapefruit. A lotion with grapefruit in it. Okay? A pill with grapefruit in it. It's like, either way, this is really going to help with uplifting your energies, really balancing, raising your vibration, and detoxifying those negative energies. And there's also something about detoxification for some of you, because some of you have illnesses, or there's something wrong with kidneys or liver or your insides is what I'm hearing. Grapefruit is believed to help people who have high expectations and those who often feel let down by others or by life and may be prone to anger, blame, or self-criticism. It is also beneficial for those who suffer feelings of guilt or who feel criticized or shamed, especially if they are prone to overindulge in food or alcohol in an effort to find comfort. Grapefruit essential oil can help alleviate heavy moods, promoting a lightness of spirit that leaves a person feeling revitalized. This stuff can also be used for a whole bunch of other things, but my guides are like, I'm not going to go through that. Not in this reading, but because I'm getting another message about what to do with that information. But grapefruit and cilantro, guys, for the beginning of March is really going to help with these things. Again, grapefruit with upliftment of your energies, detoxification, letting go of anger, having control over things. We talked about this. Finding more of a balance in your life, you know, not trying to force everything, trying to control or trying to take shortcuts or get something to happen faster than God wants it. All right. And again, the expansion in the mind. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to go head over to the extended now, Sagittarius. So I will see you there. Again, the link is in the description box below, or if you go to capellawellness.com, click on the extended videos section of my website. If you purchase the unlimited extended subscription, you get access to all of my extended videos that I do on my website at a discounted cost. If you feel you would like to watch more of my bonus videos that are tied to these zodiac readings, go to the Capella memberships page at capellawellness.com and you'll see the unlimited extended subscription. And as long as you pay every month for $19.99, you get to see all of the extendeds as many times as you want. If you have a Plus Capella membership, you get to access all the extendeds as well for an even greater discounted rate. My memberships do include, most of the tiers include members only live readings where I do twin flame support group readings, 18 plus readings, which are hoot. We laugh so much in those readings. It's such a great time for us to laugh and shoot the shit, and I say some raunchy shit and it's stuff comes out of me. I don't know where it comes from. Daily guidance videos are included in most of those memberships. The what needs to be healed for the month, what needs to be unblocked, obliterated for the month, a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, different tiers have different benefits. The higher tiers include coaching in the memberships, also include what's going on in your connection, how your person feels about you for the month, things like that. Another awesome thing is that I give my members surprises every now and again. They can get free readings during my live streams on YouTube if I'm guided to, and a whole bunch of other things. They get birthday perks as well. So yeah, so if you're interested in that, if you feel like you want to get more bonus content, you want more insight and guidance, we talk about wellness. I do wellness challenges there, guys, too. I'm not just about tarot, which is why I'm Capella Wellness. So if you also want to have a great support group, a beautiful soul tribe that is over in my Capella circle, you will meet some incredible people there, and it may be just what you need to kind of help you get through what you are dealing with right now. That's also part of some of the memberships. The lowest tier to have a lot of these benefits that I'm discussing is the Sunstar tier. So check out the description box below and click on that link for the Capella memberships to go through that tier or the other tiers, depending on what other benefits or what other guidance or insight you need about whatever it is you need assistance with. If you have any questions about the memberships or anything at all, please don't hesitate to ask me. You can also download my free mobile app, okay? You can sign up as a free member to kind of like check it out. You won't have access to the Capella Cove that's on there, which is where all my bonus content is. But you can check out some of the other things that are there. And sometimes I do give out announcements to my free members who are there, and give them heads up on things, or talk about astrology, or give them some sort of guidance. I share some stuff about my personal life there that can help you. You can sign up for free on the mobile app and just kind of get a taste of it, but you won't be able to access the bonus content. If you do get a Capella membership, you can access the bonus content right from the mobile app, okay? And I do personal readings. I do coach other counterparts. I do a whole bunch of stuff. So if you want to check out capellawellness.com to see what else I have to offer, by all means. You're free to move out the cabin over there. So, and again, if you have any questions about anything, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. All right, Sagittarius? Okay, guys, I'm now going to go to your extended. But if this is where I leave you, thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today, and always I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.